Well, it's been quite a while since I've done an update on my fish hut. There's been a lot going on. I pretty much, if you recall, last year I decided I'd start and try to move a few tanks around, and when I got doing it I noticed there was some structural damage to the walls. So my large tank moving project became a rebuilding episode. So I've been doing that since last fall. It's starting to take shape. I've still got a little bit of structural work to do. But as far as the fish, they're pretty much all settled in and doing really well. I've got my semi-automatic water change system installed. It's pretty simple actually. I've got down here, I've got a small pump in each tank, and these are controlled by some electronics up here. All the switches, plugs, everything is valved, and the water coming in comes in straight from the source. The tanks are treated, and away it goes. And so far it's been working really well for me. But here's a little bit of what I got cooking so far. This particular aquarium here has some Tylochromis species salmon in it, Lipochromis melanopterus, you see it from Macobie Island, and Lipochromis matumba honey in here as well. And it's really nice. I can keep several tanks planted. Snail eaters, piscivores, they really don't bother plants too much. Moving up here, I've got a small group of Haplochromis species Kenya Gold, and there's a big male Paralibidochromis chilotes from Rudy Island. Those were given to me by my friend Dick Moore last year. Fantastic surprise. Moving over here, the Victorians in here, there's two Vics. We've got some Haplochromis species KK Beach that Lawrence Kent caught a couple years ago. We got them doing really well. And there's a pair of Paralibidochromis chromogenus in here. Thinking of moving them out. They haven't been exactly cooperative with leaving everything else alone. That male's become the dominant fish. Didn't expect that. And many of my tanks have a hap of some sort in it from Malawi. This is Lanacara or Malawana. They do really, really well with a lot of the peacocks, and many of the Victorians do really well together. Over here, this is another, let me get a wide view here, another planted tank. I have some Cyprochromis leptosoma from, I'd gotten them as dithers from Art Luderman, and my buddy Jim Valenzuela gifted me several Fungu McLareni, the sponge eater from Burundi Obo, and in with them are a small group of Isochromis pyrocephalus. This is what the tank was supposed to be for, but I think we're going to have to move the McLareni out, not because they're aggressive, they're just a little too active for everything else. Although the sips don't mind, but I really want to concentrate on the Isochromis in here. I forgot down here. Here we have some Isochromis species blue tip, some Protomela species tangerine tigers. I got them a few years back from my buddy Jason in Chicago. And let me see, I'm missing one. Pundamelia from Hippo Point, the blue bar in here as well. Down here, Cabatochromis mulatto. I got those from my friend Dave Shrewsbury. Some Lanacara banshai, and of course my buddy Rare Dave from Dave's Rare Aquarium Fish always seems to find the fish that I'm looking for. This took him a couple years, but this is Neochromis species Madonna. Great fish. Moving over here, this is a pretty active tank. I really enjoy it. My couch sits across from it, so I spend a lot of time with this particular rack. Here we got some Neochromis omniceruleus. Pseudotropheus salicei, Chindongo salicei. We've got a pair of Paralabetochromis shalotes from Zui Island in here, and some Tropheus duboisi. And some catfish in here as well, some Synodontis lucipinus. Most of the tanks have catfish. There's also, the king of the tank is the Synodontis granulosus that we've had for several years, probably 12 to 13 years now, maybe a little more than that. But it's a fun tank to watch, always lots of action. I like the rock work in it. And down here, there's another 125 with Astoreochromis alouati, snail eater from Victoria and other areas. Haplochromis theriaterion. What else we have there? See Paralabetochromis species redfin piebald, and Ceratherodon kanye, I think it is. Let's move on over here. Excuse the mess, like I said, we're a work in progress. These are my shrimp tanks, two little shrimp tanks. These are, excuse me, the black Rilly. See, they're all over the place. Should have fed them when they come out. And these are the cherry shrimp down here. Zoom in on a couple here. All kinds of cherry shrimp. And these I just recently set up. A little live bear tank here. These are Gerardinus metallicus. A little live bear from Cuba. Really, really cool. Males have a very distinct color pattern on them. Down here are some lazuri. Excuse me. And down here is basically an assassin tail tank with a couple platies in it. Now, moving on. This is another peacock that Jason of Chicago gave me. I think we came to the conclusion that it was a red shoulder. In there's also some Astidotilapia aneo colors that Glenn Mason gifted me, and of course one of my favorite fish, Fundamilia nererarii. This variant is from Mwanza, somewhere in Mwanza Gulf. A couple aneo colors, the dominant ones have turned very black. Look really great. Up here, let's see what we have in here. Some Enterochromis species redback scrapers, some Fundamilia nererarii from Sanga Point, and I think there's some Uganda rock cribs in here as well. This is a fun tank. This is another Mbuna tank, basically. There is some, I did throw some fry Fundamilia nererarii from Mwanza in here, just for a little contrast, because I like it so much. But these fish were all from the Mountain Valley Middle School CARES program that Marcus Schnell donated. As you can see, they've done really well. I had some fry from those fish, and they've taken over this 125, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's some Metroclima species, lime, jello reef, Pseudotilapia zebroides. What else is in there? Labrochromis textilis, or flavigilis. I'm not really sure what they are. Mark says textilis, so that's probably what they are. But anyways, there you have it. That's a good looking photo. That one was getting ready to release. And down here is another grow tank with Pseudotropheus salosi, Chindango salosi, Pseudotropheus pollet. You see there's several Thoracrochromis braschi, and Haplochromis species ruby from the Cherokee Lakes. Moving on, this aquarium has a fish that I once thought were Samachromis rapanianus. Now I'm not so sure. I'm not saying it's not them, but there's been some conflicting information that I've found. So I guess for the time being, I feel safer calling them Haplochromis species Buganga, which is where Lawrence caught these fish. And up here is my group of Thoracrochromis species flaventensis. An incredible fish. Had these for years. Got these from Dave Schumacher way back when Ermickey's Rare Fish was around. This tank contains Xistochromis phytophagus and also some Enterochromis paropius. Down here is Astidotilapia species Chisimalu. Really cool Lake Malawi fish. Absolutely gorgeous. A little aggressive, but well worth the effort to keep them. Now in here I have some Paralabetochromis species rock crib from Uganda. And mixed in there with them, they're kind of bland looking right now, but it takes a while for them to color up. My friend Peter George gave me these. There's one right there. And these are we're calling it Haplochromis species Victorian Nile. So it'd be really neat when they get a little bigger. Apparently they turn jet black with red fins, so looking forward to that. Up here is another wonderful fish I got from Peter, Astidotilapia crudelli. And down here we have Harpagochromis species von Linnei and another Lawrence Kent fish. These are, we're calling them Haplochromis species Kisuli, named after Ali Kisuli, one of Lawrence's fishing buddies in Uganda. And they are looking fantastic. Jay and Carol Geller raised the tiny fry for me until they were big enough to ship from Seattle. And they all got here without any losses whatsoever. Internally indebted to them for what they've done for me. Over here is kind of a neat little deal. These are Platytaniata species Dagani. This is from the zoo, or this is from the stock at the San Antonio Zoo a while back. Very, very happy that I've got at least one female holding in there. So with any luck, we'll have a couple fried to distribute to some people quite soon. And down here, you see these are Paralabetochromis rock cribs from Kenya, along with some Platytaniata species red-tailed sheller from Kenya, from the Migori River. And also another one of Lawrence's fish in here is Astidotilapia brown egg. Beautiful fish. And up here, this is a tank that I'm still setting up. This is Prognathochromis perrieri. So I'll get them all set up and they could go in a planted tank. I could heavily plant this tank. They'll be perfectly fine. They won't uproot the plants or anything like that. Another piscivore. And that's about it. In the back here, as I said, it's still a work in progress. These are, step back. This is a rack of 20s. These are all fry tanks. 20 highs. As you can see, the back wall is still left to be done. And so, get that finished. I have it insulated before the winter and can work with that. And over here is another, the other rack of fry tanks. So, get a little construction work done. Finish piping for the rest of the tanks that need to be on the water change system. And then I can hopefully spend the winter doctoring up the inside of this place to make it look half presentable. So that's it. I'll give you another tour in the fall, and we'll see how far I've progressed then. Take care.